Okay, I want to do this interview with a good friend of mine. This is Drew, and we're going to talk about Drew's life and the things that Drew went through. So I'm going to let Drew go ahead and tell you, a little bit about you. So Drew, how old are you now?
39.
39 years old, and you're here in this bed because of
7 gunshot wounds.
7 guys shot you. You got shot 7 times.
7 gunshot wounds. Yeah.
7 gunshot wounds.
Yeah.
So how did you end up getting these 7 gunshot wounds in this place?
I was kind of a casualty of my brother's war, but I look at it like it was the karma from what I had did my whole life before that. You know, I grew up in New Orleans. I started selling crack when I was 12 years old. My brother taught me all he knew about everything, and he took me in when I was 11 when my grandma died. So he did the best he could with what he knew to do with me. But he made me go to school, and I was able to join the Marine Corps when I got out of high school. And I was used to seeing bodies and stuff. I'm from the Ninth Ward of New Orleans. I grew up in the streets. I'm from the streets. It was hard growing up out there, being considered pretty much the only 2 white boys in the whole hood, that didn't just get trampled on. And so I got out of the Marine Corps, and I came back to the States, and I really couldn't find that good of a job. Plus I was diagnosed with severe PTSD, which I thought was bullshit because I hadn't had no PTSD moment from '08 to 2022.
Wow. They checked that out on you.
But I would never talk about nothing, man. I was always a good kid about putting things in a box.
So let me ask you this. So you were shot and you were left for dead 7 times, and you survived. By the grace of God. Had to be.
Yeah.
So you just told me this was a blessing for you.
Yeah, and then I got shot 4 previous times in the military.
Wow. So it's a lot of youngsters out there that is out here running these streets and doing the things. What would your advice be to one of them?
As far as trying to get in the dope game, everybody got an expiration date,
Right.
whether they realize it or not. Either you end up in prison or you end up in this bed like me. And I didn't see myself being in this situation when I was younger. I thought I would be doing great by now, have my own thing going on, business, whatever. But God had other plans. I was moving too fast, and He sat me down.
So this just feel like this is where you at today, and why you're here.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't even be here. To tell you the truth.
No, I shouldn't. And everybody encourages me to get in a better situation, like assisted living and stuff, which I'm working towards that goal. I just feel like I'm not totally ready for that yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I want to just have that interview with you to let people know what you went through, and I appreciate you talking to me about this, Drew. Thank you.
Yes, sir.